It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy B.I.G. A&T. We back, baby. We back. Made it to another Friday. Had to put you guys on brief hold because I thought I was podcasting and I had some stuff unplugged, unfortunately. I don't know if it was me or if my wife sabotaged me before she went to work or if one of the dogs maybe pulled something out. Yeah, I was midway through my podcast and I was like, hey, I'm actually not recording anything. And so I fixed it. We're here. Hopefully, I think we're good. All my levels are showing that I'm recording now, obviously. But today's episode is gonna be just it's gonna be like a little recap. I want to touch on some things that came up in the music world, the wrestling world. We're gonna talk about the Rewind Clips latest episode. Give a couple of shout outs. Yeah, just a real cool, calm, and collective episode, just to recap, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm trying to get prepared for season 4. Season 4 is right around the corner, which is crazy, and creeping up on 30 episodes. So, if you're here, I appreciate you. If you've been rocking with me, I appreciate you even more. So, let's let's stop with the elevator music, and let's hop right into the podcast. All right? Peace.
Can I kick it podcast? Shout out to Big Ant, tune in. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Motivation, inspiration, let the games begin. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Motivation, inspiration, let the games begin.
Yo, what's going on, podcast world? It's your boy B.I.G. A&T, and we back, baby. We back. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can. So I'm trying to give you guys the episodes that you want, episodes that you need. So again, another shout out to everybody who's been rocking with me. Again, I say it every episode. If it was not for y'all, I wouldn't be here. So if I have any of my loyal listeners listening, I appreciate you. I am not me. This is not a podcast without you, and I appreciate you guys. Today's cool, calm, and collective. Beautiful Friday outside. Let me turn around. I'm looking out my window right now. Got the kids out here playing. Like dead ass. These kids just there's a group of kids that are out here like every day. I guess after school, since everybody's homeschooled now. And every time I get ready to do a podcast, they're just out here playing soccer, being loud as shit. But that's not my problem. But today, I want to just let you guys know that I thought this was, as corny as it sounds, I thought that was kind of cute. There's probably about 1, 2, 3, 4. Forgive me for sounding far away. I need to see. Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 kids outside. And I don't know where they got this tree. I don't even know if it's a tree or a plant. But they planted a tree. It looks like a tree. They all sat there and they planted a tree next to another tree. I thought it was cute. I was watching them from the window. I was like, these dudes are out here planting a tree. But now they're playing soccer, so they're over the whole botanist thing. So where are we at today? Work was cool. Hope you guys had a great week. It's the weekend. Finally, we could chill, we could relax. Thank God, because I've had a long week. Every day I go to work, it just seems like it's getting hotter and hotter for some reason. I don't know what's going on with the weather. And then we got this tropical storm Fujiwara event happening where there's I don't even know the other one. The one that's closest to us, and there's like Alora and like somebody else. Let's just say his name is Enrique. I don't know why I called him Enrique, but we're gonna call him Enrique.
Stupid.
And Enrique. So there's a chance that they might actually collide and then make a Fujiwara, if I'm saying that correctly. If my brain memory is correct, I think it's called a Fujiwara, where they can run into each other and have a chance of actually combining, which sounds amazing and frightening at the same time. So if it's just a tropical depression, tropical storm, I'm cool with that. I don't want like some major hurricane coming through. I've had enough hurricanes in my lifetime. Shout out to Hurricane Andrew. I don't want any more hurricanes, but the thought of that happening when I read it was kind of cool. I guess they classify it as like a phenomenon, I guess you could say, like a weather phenomenon. I'm probably making that up just to sound cool because I want to say phenomenon. But yeah, that's pretty dope, man. That's something can happen. I mean, nature is cool itself, but I mean, the aftermath obviously is not where it's at. So hopefully, if these storms do hit land, they don't cause too much damage. A little bit of rain is cool. God knows we need it to cool down a little bit. But yeah. So if it comes, I hope it doesn't mess up too much stuff. You know, I could use the overtime, but I don't want to deal with anything breaking, because if anybody knows, for those of you who don't live in Florida, when hurricanes and storms come and knocks out the power, it is the worst feeling in the world, especially in Florida, because it's so hot in Florida. So if we don't have any power, guess what? We don't have any AC. So everybody's gonna be inside losing their fucking mind about how hot it is and everything like that. So if it does come, you know what I'm saying? It does, but please, Lord Jesus, please, Lord, don't let it break too much stuff, because then I won't have no internet, then I won't have no Xbox. Oh man, what am I gonna do? Imagine an adult complaining about the internet. But yes, with that being said, I actually looked it up. It's called a Fujiwara, and I am glad that I said that right. And it says that, and look at that. Google right here. Ready? Let me say this right, because I said it right, and they used my word. So shouts to Google. The Fujiwara effect, sometimes referred to as the Fujiwara effect. Okay. Interaction or binary interaction is a phenomenon that occurs when two nearby cyclonic vortices. Am I saying that right? Vortices orbit each other and close the distance between the circulations of their corresponding low pressure areas. So yeah, that's some crazy shit. I'm glad I said it right. So if I got that V word wrong, vortices, I don't know. Jesus, I'm butchering it now, but you guys get the idea. Just Google it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh man, okay. So like I said, today's episode is gonna be cool, calm and collected, like always on Fridays. We're gonna start off with a little bit of recap, and then we're gonna get into some music. You know, we got Logic. We're talking about Logic again. We're talking about Nas, but I'm not gonna talk about Nas too much because I have plans for Nas, and which I'll get into towards the end of the podcast. We got Jay-Z, we got Drake, we got a couple of shout outs. We're gonna talk about my boys John and Jam on the Splits podcast, making big moves. They hit a milestone. We're gonna talk about them for a little while. And it wouldn't be Friday, and it hasn't been a talk about this in a while. We're gonna be talking about WWE and its current programming, cause boy, do I have a lot of shit to say about WWE. So let's just get into it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Tonight's matchup.
We're gonna get into the rewind clip. It's a cool little segment for those of you who don't know that me and my boy Christian, aka Martinez, got jokes. We get on there and we just have a blast. We talk about music, current events. Usually it's more music oriented. So a lot of the episodes have been artist spotlights. We're doing artist spotlights now. We're gonna take a artist from any genre of music, any era, and we're just gonna dig deep into their careers, give you guys some top 10s, top 5s, top 3s, you know, what we like, what we don't like, the most inspirational, motivational parts of their careers. We have done Drake so far, and prior to that we talked about Logic, and it's crazy that Logic is making a second appearance on my podcast, seeing as that I don't really listen to Logic, but I mean, for things like this, it's current. So I mean, I might as well talk about it because it's funny, because what I was saying in the podcast actually came true, or it's about to come true, because what he's trying to get the people to do, it's gonna get done, and we're gonna have Logic again. So much for retiring, bro. So first up, like I said, the rewind clip. I got my boy with me, and it's going pretty well. It's going a lot better than I expected. We both were inspiring rappers at one point in our lives. So, you know, talking about music just comes so easy for us. And it's actually getting better to the point where we're not sounding the same. We have a lot of similarities when it comes to who and what we listen to. But as of lately, you know, since we did the last episode, which was 90s era, was 90s hip hop, our views and our picks were kind of different. They're all, you know, in an array. They were all different all over the place. So like I could say maybe like I want to say 60%. If I can give you a number, it wasn't 50-50. I'll give you 60. Because I think it was more than 5 for each of us on the list that were the same. And we definitely had some picks in the back pocket that kind of threw curveballs at each other. So it was a dope episode. If you like 90s hip hop, we went over top 10 artists, top 10 albums, top 5 songs, you know, with some honorable mentions in between. But we just sat and researched and dug into the crates, man. We went real deep into the crates, and we were talking about just 90s hip hop, man, like pure 90s hip hop. And like I said, we had some picks that were the same, but like I said, some of them were very different, and it was very refreshing. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I was trying to say. It was very refreshing that we weren't all the same, because like if you listen to the Drake episode, we basically were almost, you know, pick for pick of the same thing for Drake. And that's crazy because Drake's catalog is deep and it goes far back. The guy's been rapping for like almost 15 years now, 20 years now. So it was refreshing that we can change up everything when it comes to new content. So but yeah, man, every Tuesday 8:00 p.m. Eastern time, it's gonna be the rewind clip. So if you haven't tuned in, make sure you tune in. Christian's a funny guy. He's a inspiring comedian. He left the rap field and is a comedian now. If you haven't listened to any of the other episodes with him included, funny guy. He jokes. That episode we had some great laughs, some great stuff. The ending is the best. So if you do make it all the way hour and 40 minutes all the way through, the ending was hilarious. He gives a hell of who did he impressed? Method Man. He gave a hell of an impression of Method Man, and it was great, man. It was a great episode. So shout outs to Chris Martinez. Got jokes, my dog. Going episode 4. I believe episode 4 we're gonna do. I'll give you guys a sneak peek now. We're gonna do a Nas album review. And we're just gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about Nas's new album and give you guys a in-depth look and an in-depth, you know, feel about the album itself. We're both very, very huge Nasir fans. And you know, if you didn't know, his album dropped today. I was at work. I listened to the first 5 songs. I didn't hit skip at all, and that's not me being biased, because Nas's last project was kind of ass cheeks. don't let him hear that. But it wasn't up to par to what we usually like when it comes to Nas. So with this one, I had high expectations. He dropped the track list the day before it came out. I was hyped as shit. I saw AZ on there, called Mega, Big Sean. I was fucking lit. I was like, bro, King's Disease is gonna be fucking retarded. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fucking retarded. So but he has a lot of people on there. He's got Big Sean, Charlie Wilson, he's got Lil Durk, he's got a whole bunch of people. But I'm just hoping for like a what's it called, Let me sound real scholarship. Let me sound like a real scholar. I wanted to sound. Think about this one, Anthony. Don't sound like a dumbass on your own podcast. I wanted to sound like a. I want a revitalized Nas. You know, I want the Nas that we know. That's just disgustingly storytelling, transparent. I don't care what you're talking about, bro, but I know that this guy has it still in him to just drop some fire shit. You understand? If Jay-Z's pushing 16 and come out with a new song every fucking couple of years, god damn it, Nas, I know you can too. And we're gonna be talking about Jay's old snake ass too in this shit. I love Jay, but yeah, we're gonna talk about Jay too. So yeah, rewind clip, man. Every Tuesday, we're gonna be doing, like I said, artist spotlights. We're gonna be doing reviews, different top picks, you name it. We're gonna be talking about it. So as of lately, it's been kind of dry in the music world, minus Nas and the whole Tory Lanez thing. Like, I don't think people want to hear me talk about Tory Lanez. So I'm just like, I'm chilling on that, you know, because to me, it doesn't really matter to me. I don't listen to any of them, you know. I don't listen to Meg or Tory. So I mean, it's a bunch of rumors. They don't know what really happened. I don't really know what happened, and for me to like throw jabs at somebody that I don't know what the fuck happened is kind of like redundant. So like, I'm trying to stay away from that, even though it's current news, and I told you guys I'd be touching on current stuff. That's just not in my boat. You know what I'm saying? But Tory Lanez shouldn't be out here shooting Megan in the foot or wherever he shot her, you know? So if you're getting picked on, bro, and you're in a hostile relationship, bro, it didn't have to come to that, because you won't know the outcome of what's gonna happen now, because you fucking shot somebody, dude. Like, you actually shot somebody. So there's no telling where your career is gonna go from now. So I mean, I wish the best for both of them. I just know they got a lot of things to work on. So I mean, I told you I wasn't gonna touch on it, and I just fucking did. So I mean, go me, right? So yeah, so you can't go around shooting people, Tory. I mean, that's just how it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You just can't. Oh man, Tory's gonna be in the courtroom and shit. It wasn't me. She made me do it. Cause hey, I don't care what y'all say. Meg looks like a bully. I mean, she looks like a real bully. You know what I'm saying? Tory's like little. Tory's like really little. So I mean, she probably been bullying that man for the longest. He had enough, and he snapped, and he was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
He's on fire!
So hope both of y'all get the help y'all need. I hope Tory doesn't take too much of a fall for this shit. And like I said, if anybody's out there in a relationship to where you got to pull a gun on somebody, man, get out of that relationship. That's just evil waiting to bust. So what we got next? Yeah, let's skip WWE. I have some stuff written down for this. Let's skip WWE, and since we talked about Nas, let's talk about Jay. You know, we already mentioned him in the podcast already. I don't even know the name of this damn song, to be honest. What is it? Entrepreneur. There we go. Entrepreneur. Where do I start with this? First of all, Nas' album dropped today. Jay-Z and Pharrell, the song was produced by Pharrell, right? They decided to drop this song the same day as Nas with his project. And a lot of people like me are like, it's just a song. You know what I'm saying? It's just a song. But Jay-Z has done this in the past. And to Nas in specifically, and I just don't understand how or why he keeps doing it. I thought they were cool, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you know, Nas dropped this album, and then this man drops this track. I don't know if it was just not thought out, you know, but like I said, if you go research, he's done this before with other Nas albums. and he would drop a project or drop some type of work or single or song or some shit around the same time this man's dropping some shit. I don't know if that's just to try to use your name and, you know, try to chase your clout and shit, but I thought it was a bitch ass move. I'm gonna be real with you. Today's Friday. Fuck it. I'm gonna cuss on my podcast. I thought it was bitch made. Let me take a sip of this Red Bull. Hold on. I thought it was bitch made. To be honest, you had all of this week to drop that track, and you choose the same day Nas is gonna drop King's Disease. I think it was a whole move. And to me, the message of the song is amazing. Okay, don't get me wrong. The message of the song is amazing. You know, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's one of those songs where I think you have to listen to it more to like actually dig into what is trying to be said. And I understand what he's trying to do, you know? And I don't know, man. I you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna
He's heating up.
I don't like it. I don't like it too much. It's like whatever. I love Pharrell and his producing skills and, you know, his productivity, and I know it was part of like a Pharrell collaboration. So I think he's like working on a big thing for, I think it was like a magazine. I think it was for Life or something. That sounds a little outlandish to be saying it was Life. I know it was for like a magazine or something like that. It was for something. I let me take a breath. I know I'm supposed to be doing research and I'm supposed to be a great podcast host, and I didn't come correct. Like I said, it's been a long week. I'm trying to see real quick. I try to look it up real quick without sounding like I'm being a dumbass right now. I just know that there was a message behind it. I listened to it twice. I can't tell you verbatimly what it was. I know there's a message in there and what they were trying to do. Pharrell's productivity and his producing is amazing to me. He has a very unique sound. Jay-Z is just Jay-Z. I don't really like none of his newer stuff. It was just an okay track. I just don't understand why they dropped it the same day as Nas, because I've only heard 5 songs at work. And I promised myself I wasn't going to listen to any more and get distracted and be able to, you know, dive deep and indulge into the album at home so I can concentrate more on listening to it for what it was. So I only heard 5 songs, and it's pretty much the shit. It's pretty much the shit. So I'm hyped for Nas. And, you know, the King's Disease album, it's got a lot of great features on there. From what I heard, it's amazing. I wish it was a little bit longer, even though I haven't finished it, so I can't really tell you I wish it was. But I always liked longer albums, especially if it's somebody that I really, 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 really look up to. And Nas is one of those artists. But 13 tracks, brand new Nas, produced by Hit Boy, and you heard all the features. I'm down, bro. I am so fucking down. So shout out to Nas. I'm hyped. I'll be listening to it later tonight when I'm on the Xbox, just chilling, writing some stuff down for the podcast and doing some more research, because I came in this bitch with nothing. What else do we have here? Since we talked about Nas, and we talked about Jay-Z. We could talk. I guess we'll just jump into WWE now. So WWE, to be honest with you guys and all my wrestling fans out there, if you're listening right now, to all my wrestling fans, I haven't been subscribed to the network since Mania. Since Drew won the belt, I have not watched anything on the network. I haven't watched anything on Monday Night Raw. I haven't watched anything on SmackDown. I still watch a little bit of NXT, but a majority of my time is watching AEW. The WWE program right now is all over the place. I don't even know where to begin. We'll start with Monday Night Raw. They brought back Shane McMahon. Cool. I fucks with Shane. Here comes the money. Yeah, I'm down, bro. I like Shane. But they brought him back for something called WWE Raw Underground, Monday Night Underground, some shit. So I seen it on YouTube. I said, damn, what is this? I clicked it and I instantly, like Goku, like instantly, I fucking thought about Lucha Underground. That shit looks like a bootleg Lucha Underground. I don't care what nobody says. And from what I saw, the ring doesn't even have ropes. I didn't do any research on this. I didn't even watch any of it. I literally watched it for like 2 minutes and I was like, bro, I'm out of here. The clip that I saw was like Nia Jax talking to like a dude or some shit, like a big dude, or I don't fucking know why even she's still even there. It just looked like a bootleg Lucha. I don't know. I don't understand why they can't come up with their own shticks or their own, you know, gigs. But I mean, hey, I guess it's something new. You can't be mad that they're trying something new, but I don't think that shit would work like right now. Like, let's say if COVID wasn't here, like, how can you do that with a live audience? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how can you do that with a live audience? You really can't. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why they did it, to give us like a different segment of the show, to like say that, okay, we're trying something different. But I mean, it is what it is. But that Monday Night Underground shit, that shit ain't flying with me. So let's talk about SummerSlam. I want to talk about SummerSlam. There are three WWE pay-per-view events that I get hyped for. WrestleMania, of course, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam. Those three are my favorite pay-per-views to watch all the time. Like, it doesn't matter. From way back in the day up until now, I love watching them. I just know some shit's about to go down. I've had some great memories with WrestleMania, with SummerSlams. So with this SummerSlam coming up, we're just gonna go through the card right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I did write this down. First up, we have the WWE Championship, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. I'm a huge fan of both. I think Drew is heavily getting shafted because there's no live audience. His run as a champion, and I just think that he just needs the audience behind him, bro, like so bad. Hell of a big guy, can move, has one of the best kick finishers in the game. I love his theme music. He is just an all-around workhorse. He's came a long way. I fucking love him. Randy Orton, if anybody knows me, I've been rocking with RKO since the beginning. I love Randy Orton. He can still fucking put on matches, and he's just as good as Drew. So I can see that this match is probably gonna be one of the better ones of the night, or I would say the one of the better title matches of the night. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best match. I actually still have to go through the card because I don't know who's wrestling. I just know the championship matches. But yeah, man, Randy Orton is just amazing. Drew McIntyre is amazing. That's gonna be a good match. Who do I have winning it? SummerSlam. What are we in August? SummerSlam. I see Drew still holding on to it. I think Drew's gonna hold on to it for a while, maybe a couple more months. I don't think Randy's getting this one. They'll probably have him rematch though, for sure. Then he might actually lose it, but I see Drew winning this one. Universal Championship. We got Braun Strowman versus The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I don't even know where to begin with this one. The story's cool, you know. The creator's coming back for his creation, basically playing mind games with the old Bray Wyatt, the Swamp Bray Wyatt, and the mask, the gold mask, and the flashbacks, and the Alexa Bliss thing, and you know, all this type of, you know, build up to where like I was about to say Roman, Jesus Christ, stupid. That Braun is you know, he's questioning who he is, and you know, basically like he's questioning who he is anymore, and he has to deal with you know, with Braun, and with Bray, The match that they had at Extreme Rules, well, it wasn't a match, it was like a cinematic, it was like a movie. It was pretty dope. I enjoyed it. I like that. That's one of the newer things that WWE does that I like, the camera work and everything, like with the Undertaker and AJ and stuff like that. It was pretty good. It was well thought out, but I think it could have been done a little bit better. But the thing that got me was the ending with Brave coming out of the water as the Fiend and dragging Braun in. I think that was dope. And then obviously he came up out of the water and everything was red and all of that. So I guess you could say he won that match. So I don't think Braun is gonna lose just yet, not at SummerSlam. But the thing is, I don't know if they don't let Bray win. I don't know what's next for Bray, cause I mean, he's rarely on TV. He rarely has matches on Monday Night or SmackDown, which is good. They're using him sparingly. Don't overuse the best character in fucking your company right now, because that's not the best way to do it, especially with like no fans and stuff. Don't overdo it. Let the people see him sparingly until he's like the champion. You do it with Brock Lesnar all the time. Do it with your best people. So I see Braun winning that one. I don't see Bray Wyatt beating him just yet. We got next. Who we got next? We got the Raw Women's Championship. Sasha Banks versus Asuka. Sasha Banks is gonna win. She's gonna keep it. And I'm kind of still sad that Kairi Sane left. That was my boo thing. That elbow drop is the most phenomenal elbow drop. I see Sasha Banks winning solely because I think Bayley's gonna get involved. I think it's just so predictable by now. Or she's gonna get involved and she's gonna mess up the match and Asuka wins, and then there becomes a feud between the best friends, the female best friends. But I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks winning. But I don't know, because she did beat Bayley, so they might be. No, I don't think so. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Sasha Banks is gonna beat Asuka. Hold on for it for a little bit while. Why does it? What? She's fighting twice. Hold on, let me read this real quick. It says Raw Women's Championship, Sasha Banks versus Asuka. Then it's SmackDown Women's Championship, Bayley versus Asuka. What? Oh, remind you guys, I don't watch SmackDown, so it says Stephanie McMahon, I think. Yeah, Stephanie McMahon announced on SmackDown that a 3-brand Battle Royale will be held to determine Bayley's challenger at SummerSlam. Asuka was a surprise entrant in the Battle Royale, winning the match by eliminating Shayna Baszler despite Bayley and Banks' best efforts to interfere, leaving Asuka with matches against Bayley and Banks at the pay-per-view. Well, that's fucking dope. That is fucking dope. Hold on. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Like I said, I don't watch the programming. I'm sorry. I watch highlights from time to time, but I didn't know that. Okay, so this is now it's throwing a curveball in my shit. It's throwing a curveball.
He's on fire.
I'm gonna say she's gonna lose to Sasha, but she's gonna beat Bayley. Hands down. Sasha just got the belt, I believe, last month. And Bayley's had it for a while. So I'm going to say Bayley's going to lose. Something's going to happen between the two. They're going to try to interfere. Something's going to go wrong. And somebody's losing the belt. I don't give a fuck. Somebody's losing the damn belt. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Boom shakalaka.
So yeah, I'm going to run with that. I'm going to say that she's going to lose to Sasha, beat Bayley. We're gonna come back to this one because I want to talk about this one like a lot. So we're gonna talk about that one after we talk about the rest of these. We got the Raw Tag Team Championships up next. We have the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. the Street Profits are cool. They're kind of repetitive. I mean, their whole shtick in NXT was cool, and right now it's just kind of like they just joke too much for me. Andrade and Angel are hell of wrestlers. I love them. I'm gonna go with the underdogs, and I'm going with Andrade and Angel, just because I want them to win. Because the Street Profits are, like, to me, they're kind of played out, but I think they're gonna beat them at SummerSlam. It would be a good look for them too. They deserve it because they're both workhorses, and I love Andrade and Garza. They're really good at what they do together, especially together. I think they're really good together, but solely they're just as good. But I got them over the Street Profits, so that's gonna be my my wild horse pick. What we got next? Let's see. We have the United States Championship up next with Apollo Crews versus MVP. I don't even know why I'm saying MVP right now in 2020. I don't know why I'm saying MVP in 2020. I'm just glad Apollo Crews finally got a title. It would be a shame for him to lose to MVP out of all fucking people. But I mean, it is WWE. I don't know, man. Because if he brings it back to the THB, the Hurt Business, I don't know. This is a toss up. Hold on, I'm gonna have to hit y'all with the music real quick before I let me turn this down. Let me hit y'all with the music real quick before I have to damn. Apollo Crews versus MVP. SummerSlam. Apollo made the challenge. MVP said he would do it. No. MVP threw the challenge down. Crews said he accepted it. Because he was hurt. He was hurt at Extreme Rules, so he couldn't defend it. So they gave it to MVP. MVP said, "Fuck it, fight me at SummerSlam." Okay, we're back. We're back. I'm gonna go with Apollo Crews. And they have to let Apollo rock it a little bit longer. There's no way MVP wins it. They basically gave it to him in the beginning because he was hurt. Apollo was hurt, so it wouldn't make no sense just to give it back to MVP after he just got it. I don't know. It's WWE. Anything. I'm gonna go. Fuck it. I'm going with Apollo Crews on that one. Who we have here? We got Sonya Deville versus Mandy Rose in a hair versus hair match. Am I reading the right card? I hope I'm reading the right card. If this is the wrong card, y'all let me know. But I think this is the right. It's on CBS Sports. I don't know. I just looked it up real quick, so I knew what I was fucking talking about. It says here, after Deville attacked Rose backstage and cut off a chunk of her hair. Wow, where was I at? Rose fired back the following week. Then on August 14th, SmackDown, Rose laid down a surprising challenge, offering up the idea of a hair versus hair bout at SummerSlam. Later in the night, Deville accepted the challenge, saying Rose would look great bald and promising to finish her once and for all. To be honest, I really give a shit about this match. Mandy Rose is just eye candy. Sonya Deville is a tad bit better at wrestling. Her presence is a lot better in the ring. I'm gonna go with I think MVP. Oh my god. I think what I want to say is what I wanted to say. I think Mandy is the more attractive wrestler, not by looks, but like, you know, the total package. Like, everybody likes Mandy over Sonya. I don't know why, because I dig Sonya's shit. She's more like, I don't know, she, like I said, she's more attractive. They like her more than Sonya. You know, she gets more storylines and you know, she's on TV more. But I'm gonna go with Mandy winning this one. I don't see Mandy cutting her hair. I don't. I don't know how she would look with short hair. She probably would look dope as shit with short hair. Whew. Okay, here we go. Is this another one? Is this a kickoff? I don't know. I don't know what I'm reading anymore. I don't know. Okay, the last one, or I had the second to last one here, is Matt Riddle versus King Corbin. Riddle may have tangled twice with AJ Styles, but Corbin has clearly been the main thorn in Riddle's side since his move from NXT. After Corbin laid Riddle out after the King of Bros lost to Styles on July 17th SmackDown, things have shifted entirely to Riddle versus Corbin going forward, a solid rivalry to lead Riddle into his first main roster pay-per-view. So you bring back my boy, the King of Bros. You bring back my boy Matt Riddle, and you put him in a match with King Corbin. I don't know. Well, the thing was, they had him feuding with AJ Styles, which would have been a match 10 times better than fucking King Corbin. I like Corbin to a degree. The whole thing that he does when he runs outside the ring and slides underneath the bottom turnbuckle, comes up and closes on you, that's like the sickest move ever. I love that shit. His finisher is awesome. But I see Matt Riddle winning it. It's his first pay-per-view. Corbin is like a fucking jobber and a half, you know. So I see Matt winning that off the rip, no questions asked. And the one that I skipped that I want to talk about the most, y'all already know where I'm going with this one. Y'all should already know where I'm going with this one.
He's heating up.
Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, versus Dominic Mysterio in a street fight. I don't know what to say about this one, bro. I really don't. They need to have this match first. Get it out the way. Get it out the way. Homeboy is cool. I mean, it is Rey Mysterio's son, but at the end of the day, he has no experience in the ring that I know of or that I've seen, because when I see him in the ring, he doesn't wrestle. He just like throws punches or uses weapons. I don't know, man. See what it says here real quick. We'll give you a little description and give you my my dialogue. It's the long-awaited in-ring debut of Mysterio is set for SummerSlam, and Mysterio will be able to use any weapon. See what I said? I don't even watch WWE, and I already called it. Will be able to use any weapon he wants in the match. After Rollins removed Rey Mysterio's eyeball at Extreme Rules, yeah, his eyeball, Dominic finally threw down the challenge for a match at SummerSlam during the August 3rd edition of Raw. After Dominic successfully attacked Rollins and Murphy with a kendo stick on the same show, a frustrated Rollins accepted the challenge. Shortly after, the stakes were raised with the announcement that this grudge match will officially be a street fight. So let me get this straight. Okay, I'm not the smartest man in the room, but if you're making it a street fight and you're letting this kid use any weapon, what's the difference of Seth using any weapon if it's a street fight? Am I not getting something here? I don't. This is what I'm saying about WWE. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, last month this man's eyeball was popping out, and this month we have a street fight where Dominic Mysterio can use any weapon, but it's a street fight, and in a street fight anything goes, so he can use any weapon too. I got Seth Rollins winning that shit. If they let Dominic beat Seth Rollins, I will never ever do another WWE review on this podcast ever. Whoever comes on here talking about wrestling is going to be about from 2010 and back. I'm not talking about any of this shit. Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio, street fight. He can use any weapon. It doesn't say that Rollins can't. I don't know, dude. I don't know where they get this shit from, man. I need a quick drink of this Red Bull. I'm losing my mind here. Oh man, that's crazy. So with that being said, am I hyped? Not too much. I'm not subscribed, so I have to use my secret website. You know, I can't tell you guys what it is, but I got a secret website that I can watch pay-per-views and stuff from WWE without actually being on the network. I don't know if I should be saying that on the podcast. That's on every platform. Oh man, but yeah, I might just tune in just to watch The Fiend. The Fiend is the man. Other than that, I mean, it's just a regular ass pay-per-view. AJ Styles is not even there. I'm kind of upset, but I hope Drew wins. I hope to God Seth wins. I don't care about the ladies too much. I hope my boo thing Sasha keeps her belt. Bailey is whatever. Like I said, she's had it for a long time. She could lose that shit. Matt Riddle's beating King Corbin. Street Profits are gonna lose to Andrade and Angel. And what did I miss? Apollo Crews hopefully beats MVP, because nobody wants to see MVP win a championship. Like, who the hell wants to see that shit? WWE, man. WWE. Let's get back into some fucking music, bro.
Boom shakalaka.
Because I'm tired of WWE. That shit makes me mad every time I listen to it. We got what we got up next. We got my boy Drizzy Drake. Like, we just got done talking about him last week, but we got my boy Drizzy Drake. He recently dropped a song, a little single, Laugh Now Cry Later, featuring Lil Durk. The first thing that I thought about when I heard it, I heard instantly, what was it? God's Plan. It sounded, I thought I was listening to God's Plan again. It's got that vibe, that God's Plan vibe. I am not too fond of Lil Durk. He's okay. I mean, I guess for this song, he kind of fits for what he was doing. The song, if I had to grade the song, let me turn the music down. Let me put my music back on. I gotta put my thinking music back on. All right, we got Drake, Laugh Now Cry Later. What we gonna give it? Sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. I took half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip. Now we're on your block, and it's like a ghost town, baby. Where do these ninjas be at when they say they doing all this and that? Tired of beefing, you bums. You can't even pay me enough to react. Been waking up in the crib, and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't play that ninja songs in this party. I can't even listen to that. Anytime that I ran into somebody, it must be a victory lap. Hey, shawty, come sit on my lap. Hey, they saying Jersey just snapped. Distance between us is not like a store. This isn't a closable gap. I've seen some ninjas attack and don't end up making it back. God damn, that's a Drizzy if I ever heard Drizzy, huh? If I had to rate this song, I'd give it a strong 8.5, and I'm giving that off of just sounds. I think the verses are just they're mediocre Drake. I've heard a lot of better Drake. Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. It sounds cool. It sounds like a summer track. You know, you could drop the top, roll your windows down, play it at the volume level 50. It's not bad, Drake. I don't know if this is coming off of oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna say it. Shout out to my boy Martinez, Certified Lover Boy. But if it is, I mean, it's not building up too much hype for me. I gotta hear some more shit. Hopefully he drops something else that's off of that. But with an album entitled Certified Lover Boy, I don't think we're gonna hear too much gangster shit on there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there could be some gangster shit on a Certified Lover Boy album. It just doesn't sound right. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, Lil Durk did his thing. I enjoyed his singing the most. Like I said, I don't really listen to Durk like that. I got a couple of boys who do listen to him and say that that he's pretty dope. I mean, I tried, You know, I can't say that I never tried, but he's just not my cup of tea. He's not trash, so don't think I think Dirk is trash. I just don't listen to him. But yeah, song 8.5. If I had to grade the beat, I'd give it an 8. Versus it's mediocre Drake. I'm gonna give that a 6. That's not the best Drake we've heard. Not even the current Drake. You understand? That's not even Dark Demo's Drake. So yeah, I give it a strong 8.5 overall. I mean, it's new Drake, so I can't complain. You know, I fucks with Drizzy heavy, so shout outs to Drizzy. What we got next? Oh, shout out to my boy Christian Cruz again. Here we go, baby. Shout out to Christian Cruz. Hold on, let me give him a little hand of a round of applause, baby. Shout out to my boy Christian Cruz. I just read online that Logic apparently is not done rapping. The best thing about this is in my podcast with Martinez Got Jokes on the Rewind clip, I distinctively told him that this man is not retiring at all. Now, I'm not letting you guys know that he just came up and said he's making a comeback. Obviously, after he dropped his last album, that was going to be his retirement album. But I did watch him on Twitch. He's been on Twitch a lot lately. For those of you who don't know what Twitch is, it's an online streaming service where people can go live and stream games and, you know, do IRL stuff and in real life, like talk and play music and whatever you guys do for a living. You can make money and you can, you know, build fans and stuff like that. So I seen him on Twitch, and he was actually playing music. He was actually playing unreleased mixtape music with people on Twitch, which is cool. You know, if you rock with Logic like that, you know, and you're watching him play games or whatever he's doing, and then he's just like, hey, I got some unreleased music, you're gonna be hype as shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be hype as shit. So that was cool. He played some tracks, and I was jamming to a couple of them. It wasn't bad. And like in some of his stuff, he was in some of the videos and interviews and stuff like that, he's been talking about he was talking about like beat making and producing, and he was then playing some unreleased like songs that he had on other people's beats, you know, like other people's beats. And then he was like, oh, I got like an entire mixtape worth of material to release. So everybody was going ballistic in the chat. They were all Logic fans, clearly. I didn't even log in to write in the chat. That's how much I give a shit. But everybody was going ballistic. They're like, oh my God, he's going to drop another album. I knew you weren't going to retire. You know, everybody had their knee pads on. And I thought it was cool that he was on there, you know, coinciding with the fans and talking about how he's got all of these songs that he would rap to on other people's beats. Like you would hear songs on other people's beats, but he then was talking about mixtapes. He's like he was planning on releasing a mixtape where he rapped on everyone else's beats, kind of like No Ceilings or like, you know, some Wayne shit, which is cool. I mean, it's not bad, but I think it was just more for just saying it to say it. He wasn't serious at all. And then he came up with this idea. He's like, he would start a petition to have the music heard, you know. And then the interviewer was like, we can make this petition up. And then Logic was like, he was like, oh, I don't know, I don't think people would like that if I was rapping on other people's shit or whatever. And then he played a song. He had a song over Kendrick, off a Kendrick beat, and it was kind of raw. Like it's weird saying that because like I don't really rock with Logic like that, but hearing some of these unreleased music, like some of this unreleased stuff that he has on other people's beats, it just sounds different. Like it sounds really different. Like I was intrigued as fuck. Like I was on there for a good half an hour. You know what I'm saying? I gave that man a good half an hour of my time. And I was intrigued. I was like, yo, it's kind of dope. It's a dope idea. I don't see why you couldn't do it, you know, put it out on SoundCloud or something like that. Cause I don't know if all these people are gonna let you use their beats like that. Like I think the beat he used for Kendrick shit was like, what's that song called? Oh shit. Give me a second. No, I'm not gonna put the music back on. Rigor Mortis. It took me a minute, but yeah, there was the Rigor Mortis beat with his unreleased stuff on it. So I don't know, man. So I looked it up, and there's a real petition out there right now on change.org, and I think what they were joking about was like, because I'm reading right now what I wrote down, and he says that it's currently live on change.org at almost 15,000 signatures and counting. Because I don't even know how much is on there right now. I don't know if this link takes me to it. I hope it does. Let's see. Logic to release free mixtape started by Hard Rock Knock TV. You ready for this? 16,630 people signed, and they're trying to get 25,000. That's crazy. So he might release this damn mixtape. So he says right here, as stated in the interview with Nick Huff on Hard Knock TV, Logic will release a free mixtape he has already recorded where he is rapping over other people's beats. If 1 million people sign this petition, Rat Pack, we are counting on you. So that's cool. That's a little cool idea. Like I said, I heard, you know, a couple of the songs that he played for the people on Twitch. I thought it was a dope idea. It's different, you know, it's real Wayne-esque, and I'm down with that because I like Wayne's old mixtapes too, rapping on other people's beats. So it's cool. It's cool. I'll tune into that. You know what I'm saying? I'll tune into that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You know, I don't really fuck with Logic like that, but I mean, shit, I'm with it. You know what I mean? So shout outs to Logic, and shout outs to the Rat Pack, and shout outs to everybody that's there's almost 20,000 signatures, and I think in less than a day already. So people are on it. So with that being said, we talked about the rewind clip, we talked about WWE's poor shitty ass trash ass shit. We touched a little bit on some music with Logic and Nas album and the Jay-Z song and Drake single. For those of you, if I didn't mention before, next week's The Rewind Clip will be doing a full in-depth review of the Nas King's Disease album. So if you guys are into that and listen to the mixtape, the album, make sure to tune in Tuesday at 8 p.m. for that with me and my boy Martinez Got Jokes. We're gonna dive deep into that and just give you guys a straight dedication for Nas' new album. So it's gonna be dope. I'm super hyped to keep listening to it. I have to finish it. Like I said earlier, I can't wait. So once I get out the podcast, I'm gonna be doing my research, and I'm gonna be doing I'm gonna be just listening to it all weekend, just all in. I'm gonna just be marinating in shit. Y'all already know, just marinating. Just marinating. So what we got next? Let me check my little notebook here. I think that's about it. So this ending, you already know how we do at the end. We give out our shout outs and you know, pay some respects and pay some homage. Let me see. First of all, let me give a shout out. Let me give a shout out to my boys John and my boy Jam on the Splits podcast. If you guys haven't checked them out, they're on all platforms as well. And yeah, man, the Splits podcast, the two hosts, they go head to head on a lot of topics. They're Latinos, so they do even Spanish and bilingual episodes. They mix it up, they chop it up, they argue, they roast each other. It's a great vibe, great environment. They just started out, they just reached their 10th episode. Let me give you a little bit of this for that. And which is big too, you know what I'm saying? So I remember, I'm sitting here saying like I've been doing this shit for a while. I remember when I did my first 10 episodes, I thought I was the shit. So that was one season down for me. I'm going on season 4. So I'm creeping up on 30. I'm aiming for 50. You understand? So with that being said, they got plans for me. I'm supposed to be making an appearance maybe this weekend. We're gonna be recording something on Saturday, which is gonna be dope. Them guys both been on my podcast. John did the wrestling episode, which was fucking bananas. He's got the podcast record. He's got 2 hours and like 8-10 minutes or some shit like that. And Jam, we did a whole interview on him. And they're just cool, calm, collective, down to earth guys. If you like my podcast, you'll definitely like them. So check it out. It's The Splits Podcast. They're on Anchor. They're on all platforms. Apple, check them out, man. They're real cool. Down to earth buddies of mine, and I can't wait to be on their podcast so I can chop it up. They gave me a shout out on their last episode, so I had to do my shout out here. And like I said, man, just keep grinding. Everybody that rocks with me rocks with you too. So we're always listening to what you guys bring to the table. So I'm happy to be a part of it and be here with you, man, Ryan, and doing this, man. I can't wait for Saturday so I can get on there and just get this free promotion. You know what I mean? Get this free promotion, bitch. Stupid. Nah, they my boys also. Check them out. Next shout out, being biased, I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Martinez Got Jokes for being my co-host. My dude is getting really better at this podcasting thing. He's without being too corny and too sensitive right now, like he's really opening up to being real talkative, and he's even researching and he's getting real intricate with how he talks and what he represents for himself. So he's an inspiring comedian. For those of you who don't know, he's got videos, he's got IG stuff that he promotes, YouTube, everything, man. He's on all of my pages. He's on the podcast page. If you guys haven't followed us on the podcast page, check me out on there. It's on Facebook. But IG is Martinez_got_jokes. Check him out, follow him. He's been making a lot of content lately. I've been busting his ass to make content, and I'm trying to keep that fire lit, you know what I'm saying? So we be going back and forth with motivation, telling each other that 2020 we got to finish out strong, man. Like I come in here every week and do this shit, man, even if I gotta do it by myself right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't need to know this, but I'm sitting in here with my boxes on. You know what I'm saying? Got Red Bull, got my vape, you know what I'm saying? My dog's in the other room, got these kids out here playing fucking soccer and Captain Planet and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm here, bro. I'm really into this shit now. So shout out to my boy Martinez. Who else we got? We got some shout outs to give. I'm just thinking off the top of my head here. Let me think of I'm gonna give a shout out to my wife. She's been putting up my shit all week. I've been doing this and that, pushing the buttons like always. She cooked me some fire ass chicken last night. That shit was fire as fuck. I love you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for supporting me, man. I just can't thank all of you guys enough for being a part of this podcast. It just means so much to me. I got plans on growing bigger and bigger, and hopefully I can get some things finished and wrapped up for 2020. Start getting things more underway. Who else I'm gonna give a shout out to? Shout out to my boy Angel, my boy Trace. He's finally fucking home, and that boy was up north working his ass off, and he's finally home. So maybe I'll come through, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come through the studio, drop a track for the people. They'll be like, damn, and you still got it? Like, bitch, I never left. It never left. Your boy still got bars.
He's heating up.
Your boy still got bars.
He's on fire.
And your boy still got fucking bars.
Boom shakalaka.
So shout out to my boy Angel. He made it home safe. He went way up north, I think like Michigan or some shit. And he's finally back home. So salute to you, you know what I'm saying? Daniel Beach Boys, you already know. Who else I'm gonna give a shout out to? Shout out to my sister. I got to see my niece. I forgot to update you guys on that. I finally went to my mom's house and I saw my sister with my niece, and she's a blessing. She's beautiful. Oh my god, my wife is in love with her. Everybody's in love with her. She's just beautiful. She's so fucking pretty. Oh man, it's an amazing feeling to be an uncle, man. So yeah, updates on that. She's doing well. Everybody's healthy. She's kicking, she's looking, she's holding her head up. You know, she's about to jump out the crib and start doing karate or some shit. But it's a great feeling, man. Everybody who stopped by, whoever hit my sister up or, you know, showed her some support, I appreciate you guys. She loves every single one of you, and everybody loves it, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, because, you know, having a kid is a big thing, so you always look for some type of support. So shout out to my sister and her boyfriend, man. They're doing you know, big things, man, and everybody's healthy and safe and loving it, man. I'm a fucking uncle. It's crazy. Oh man, so I'm running out of things to say, and I don't want to drag this out anymore. So let me hit myself with the respect button, because I made it to the end of the podcast. Y'all did too. If y'all made it here, y'all already know. It's that time, baby. Yeah. So if you guys are here, thank you. You made it to the end, thank you. Follow me on all my platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Overcast, Stitcher, Podbean. Follow me on Facebook, IG. All of my links are on my IG and in my Twitter, on my solo link. I have one link, like I said in my other ones, it's one link that just says solo. If you click that, it brings you to all of my pages. Patreon, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, Twitter, Facebook, IG is all there in one spot. So make sure you click that link, follow me, subscribe, share, like, dislike, tell me I sucked. I don't really give a damn, but I'm here and you made it this far and you got to listen to me and my beautiful voice. So and again, without you guys, I am nobody. This your boy B.I.G. Can you kick it? Yes you can. And I'm out this bitch. Peace.